What is up, crawler fans, RC enthusiasts, and social media surfers? I'm your boy Josh with MOFO RC, and today we are on set, on scene, live, coming from you. Not really live, we're shooting a video, just like we always do. Waterloo Park in Denison, Texas. Here we go, dude. So we're gonna hit it up down the trail here. Haven't been driving very much. Wanted to get a video out. The buddies couldn't make it today, so it's just me. It's just showing off. Beautiful, beautiful freaking rig. Here we go, dude. I sure appreciate you. If you have not yet, freaking like, share, comment, and subscribe, dude. Freaking A, thanks for coming to hang out with your boy, Josh, dude. Here we go, hit the rocks.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. Pushing it up, down the left side, like I'm saying in the background. So, as you can see, we did not click in the rear. We're not locked and loaded, bro. The rear of the cage is not clicked into the rear cross support. And that's just basically lame. You ever done something and you just like feel just absolutely terrible? You want to do it over, but it's just you can't do it over. There's no do-overs. Well, that's the way I feel today. Pretty much a freaking noob, dude. Pretty much blew it, dude. I'm sorry to let you down. So, a couple things you'll see coming up here. We're gonna go run around. Hey, look at the paint. We're gonna go run around here, try it out. And then we will stop and we'll give a little service announcement, update, and we'll go ahead and try to drive again, although it will be raining. So, well, it doesn't start raining. The video doesn't start. It doesn't restart with us raining. It becomes raining, if you know what I mean. Jeez, two different words of start. That's called equivocation. So. Anyways, dude, here we go. This right here seems to be an obstacle for this length, this tire grip for the day, whatever, how we're set up, to be a little bit hard. I wasn't making it at first, so then I decided to push up, and then just with the way that the tires are hitting, I continue to push up. Not exactly how I wanted to go. This is where we want to go, but again, just with the way that it hits, we made it on that one. Okay, so we got the rear end up high enough. Later in the second half, we'll talk about that specific obstacle and why it's such a pain in the butt, and it totally kicks our A for a good minute, because we lose even more traction, and I just could not get the rear end to be in the right place. So definitely missing the buddies today. Definitely stinks. But Craig said he couldn't make it. Sam was going to come, and I was like, dude, I'm just trying to get a really short video. I really got to get this video out. And then instead of getting the video out, I made some modifications, went and ran again for a few minutes, and then came back. And whatever, we're way later in the day than I anticipated. But hey, if you know Josh, MOFO RC, everything that I anticipate doing, it's going to take twice as long, probably. Freaking A. Jeez. Just the way it goes, buddy. Just the way that it goes. It doesn't seem like it should take that long, but it does. It really does. So, man, I hope you guys are doing freaking good. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you're ready for a great week, dude. I hope you're ready to kick some butt. You should be able to go check out the Etsy shop. Look at this. Look at this right here, dude. The freaking rear end fell off, dude. Absolutely killing it. Not cool, bro. Not cool at all. So, one thing that I will say, and we will see, is I do lower the front end, and how to do that. You could move the rear or the front upper links and move them back one hole. I'm running them in the middle. There's 3 holes, running it in the middle. You could move it back. That should lower it down a little bit, but it's also going to clock the front axle and give you a little bit different driving characteristics. It's definitely something that you could and probably should play with to find out what happens. But I just cut the front end just a little bit. I will show a side-by-side picture, well, one and then the other. Just cut it back just a tiny bit, just to allow the servo to come up just that much more. So it still prevents the shocks from bottoming out, just like it's supposed to. But it just caught a little bit. It's just a little bit too much, if you know what I mean. And so, again, the reasoning for that was thinking about like moderate. It does raise the chest, which makes it able to clear things a little bit better. But the drawback is that you lose a little bit of stability, and then being in the front, it makes the front want to drop out. So it just changes the characteristics of the rig just by 2 millimeters, and it makes quite a difference. Anyway, so I will modify that in the drawing, but that drawing of this current rig is gone, and so I will have to spend a fair amount of time to get that. It might take a whole evening or longer, to get that fixed. But so I probably am going to push that off for a little while. I love the way that it runs. It does run fine if you run it. Like if you don't run in, like this has got to be one of the harder sections on the hardest terrain I've ever driven on. Right, this is the hardest, hardest of the hard. We're dragging differentials. It's just whatever. It's super hard area to drive in. So if you go just a little bit off to the right here, it gets a lot easier, and then there's some gnarly sections. But as far as the way that the rocks hit, it's pretty much easier than this little section right here, it seems. So this is just a little place right by the bridge. Rip till you flip. Landing on the wheels, dude. Beat up the body. Oh my gosh. So one of those things I said, I'm going to talk about it. I show it in the picture with in the interlude, and the bottom got pretty beat up. The whole thing got pretty beat up. This paint is not what I will be selling. So I realized that, but I had it, and I didn't really have the money to go get paint yesterday. I also didn't have the time to go do it. I was trying to get it all done, and I was like, okay, I made the decision. I'm just going to use this. I'm going to show off with what I have, and then we'll teach everybody how to do it properly. So by properly, basically, it's not a good idea to put acrylic paint over oil or lacquer, right? Not a good idea. So this has a lacquer based primer, and then so we went with the acrylic paint, and then it has a lacquer base finish. So not very going to be very durable. It will be more durable for the guys who did buy a rig or whatever, buy the little parts that I had. If I do have a few, if anybody is interested. There's a few more of the practice. There's no chassis left, I don't think. Those went last night. But as long as not everybody's giving me any money. So people said, yeah, I want that for so much money, and I haven't got the money for it. So if you saw something on the live on Sliding Sideways, it was supposed to be on Jason's RCs, but it was actually on Sliding Sideways because Jason was having phone issues. So anyways, we were over there. We got rid of some of the painted roofs and things like that, and for freaking steal of a price, dude. Hooked up some of the homies, and anyways, dude. So that was a great time. So if you see that on Facebook or whatever, there's a picture. You can holler and see what I might have left, and you can pick one of those up for a super sweet deal. So they were just, again, practice ones, and just trying to learn paint, come up with ideas and different things. And then but what I'm going to do is I think we're just going to go with just a spray paint. I think that's going to be fine. Just make it to be a lacquer based, oil based type paints, and I think that will be much more durable. Also, the number one thing that made this not durable is not letting it cure. So the lacquer will dry to touch within even just a few minutes. However, to cure, it takes a minimum of 24 hours, and then it will get harder even still over time. So lacquer's pretty cool, and it is extremely durable, but it also has the middle layer is the acrylic, and the acrylic was also really watered down. So if you think about that, it's like paint, it's like particles that had a bunch of space, and as they started to dry, the water kind of left it, and then they kind of stack. Maybe they don't stack so tightly, or whatever. Maybe some space from where the water was, but it kind of makes it a little bit softer. Anyways, just the way that it is, just the way that it goes. But what I will be doing, if I do any airbrushing, I will go ahead and get some oil like model paints or different things, something like that. I'll figure it out, dude. But for now, we will just go to a spray can, and then maybe do some two-step processes or whatever. I will come up with my paint schemes, and I will have those for sale this week is the plan. So I just got to go get some paint and give one a try or something, and just so I can put it, publicize what we're doing, get the hype going, and then what I would really like to do is just have them made and then have them for sale. So by the end of this week, we should be pretty much caught up to, within a few days of shipping, and I'm hoping to by the end of the week, really into the following week, we should be same day, next day type shipping. So not that that's how fast it ships to you, but that's how fast it goes out, right? So that if you get it done early enough in the day, and I should have what you ordered. Because that's the whole point, is to get ahead, to have everything that is listed, to only have the number of things that are listed, and that way I can keep track of stuff and freaking keep this stuff rolling, dude. That way people aren't waiting for 2-3 weeks, and you just get your stuff right away. It'll go out the door, same day, next day is the goal. So that's not where we're at today, but one thing that could help prevent that, and I sure would appreciate it, if everybody today watched this video and bought a freaking Slayer. That'd be rad. That would push us back. We would not be on time, but that's a good thing, and that's actually what I need. So if you were thinking about a Slayer, your homie could use a sale, if you know what I'm saying. So we've been sending out a lot of Slayers, but you got to realize what we started shipping out over the last 2 weeks was going out and money spent even going 5 weeks ago. So, yes, there's been a lot going out, but this week, maybe not so much coming in, if you know what I mean. So, if you would pick up a Slayer, dude, you'd be super appreciated. Super duper duper appreciated. And stay tuned. If I can get it listed tonight, that's the goal. As soon as I'm done with this, I will jump on Etsy and try to get that ready even before the video is completely posted. Because it has to wait for rendering and whatever to HD. All right, here we go. That was just me being impatient. I was not doing the best driving, dude. I was extremely tired, and it just was not in the flow zone today. I was kind of forcing things. I was just not in the flow, bro. It was just not a great day. So we did slow it down, and we walk across this, but then with the mud and crap, we just could not pull up at the end. So that's also one thing, when the paint is soft, it does not slide near as good as just the plastic does. So that's one thing to consider. But, again, it should get hard. It should cure and get hard over time and be much more slippery. But it's just something to think about. I don't know that I would totally recommend doing it again as far as the full paint job on like the chassis and stuff. Is it really worth it? I don't know. But it's super easy just to do a cool roof. You could do your wheels or something, whatever, just to add some color. It's just fun to freaking paint. Definitely makes it look a lot cooler. If you ran this like on a table with like foam and whatever, dude, it should last a long time. It's just, these are like some of the nastiest rocks. Most of it is like the concrete that you're going over, which it's weird that it's so nasty that it's not as grippy as you would think it is. It's really not that grippy, and this shows it. Now our tires are covered in sand, and it just goes downhill from here. So, anyways, but it is absolutely nasty on the bottom of the rigs. So that's okay, dude. That's okay. So we're just gonna push it up here. At least we're going to attempt, and this would be coming up on what was the end of the first video.
Good, dude. We got more than one flip in on him, bro. That's going to be enough for today. We're just going to go get this thing edited, showing off for you, dude. Dang it. Okay.
All right, so first off, dude, look at what we did to him. We freaking tore him up. This is from when I was trying to flip him over upside down. Dude, and this surface is absolutely terrible. So, again, I'll talk about paint. This was not meant to be a durable paint job. This was meant to show off and inspire people to get out there and paint, right? And then I'll tell you how to actually do it properly. So don't go by what it looks like. You can do better than this. We can do better than this. We just got to use paints that are going to last longer and a paint process that's going to make it more durable. So anyways, here we go. All right, as we do this, I'm going to try and put in B-roll a picture of this thing. I took 2 pictures. But you could say that this is potentially a design flaw. This thing rides a little bit too high in the front, and it's because the hood
hits on the servo. So if you try to do more crazy driving and you feel like it's extending out too much and it's wanting to fall backwards, that's probably what it is. It's not much. It's literally like the shock only collapses like another millimeter or so. But that's like literally all that it takes. We're gonna go ahead and put it back on the rocks now that we did that. Also, I noticed in the video that the stupid thing wasn't even locked in all the way. So we got to get that bad boy locked in. What else did I know? Oh, typically when I build my rig and I put links on for the first time, I didn't really think about it since this is a swap over from another rig. It's a used rig already, so it's not really a full build. So normally when I build with the links the first time, I'll take the time to oscillate the suspension, right? And I just work it. And then once I feel like I know where it is, then I'll kind of speed it up and then just run the suspension, right? And you don't want to slam real hard into the end because you could break a link end or something like that. But you just want to make sure you know where it is and then continue to work it just like this. And that's going to get it to work freely. If it's not working free, it's because of one of your links is hitting somewhere. Like maybe it's not centered here or in any of the one places. There should be space, as you see here. There should be space on both sides. So like this one, it's just leaning. So you should be able to see a little bit of screw on both sides and all of your places. So other than that, that should be freaking good. I feel like we're moving much better than we were before. I feel like we're being low is going to be better, and we're going to tuck in the rear piece here so we look official. So I don't know how much sense this is going to make with my narration. I don't know how it's going to happen because I haven't even narrated the first video yet. So we did go ahead and clean our tires. Those are all the changes we made from the last video, but we're going to see the biggest thing we came out to see is just what the difference is when you just lower this just by, I don't know, again, just like 2 millimeters maximum is all I took out. I don't even think it was that. It just comes down just a tiny bit. Let's check it out. All right, there we go. Now it's official, dude. Let's freaking go.
Now we're freaking ready, dude. Oh my gosh. So on that deal on the freaking nose thing, you know, sorry about that. I'd love to fix it today, but I cannot fix it today. It'll be potentially a couple weeks or whatever as soon as I can fix it. You know, I just, you know, it's going to end up changing a little bit. I can't recreate the thing exactly the way that it is. Just because, you know, it's made kind of weird the way that I do things. And so anyways, plus the freaking drawing has to cooperate with me, or I have to cooperate with it either way. So it may not look exactly the way that it does on my next attempt. Just like the roof changed a little bit when I put the roof to a flip, I had to redo the side. So it's not exactly the way that it was. Speaking of, we have two roofs. The roof that you see here, you know, is going to come with the kit, and then you can get the smooth roof that I had first. If you want it, you could get the smooth roof by itself. It will just come by itself. I'm not going to offer two kits and try to keep up with that and which roof or whatever. The rip to you flip logo roof will come with the kit. And anyways, I will show you how to. I came up with a cool way to practice painting, right? Because it's not the easiest thing, but it's not the hardest thing if you just take a little bit of time, have it all right. It's like any type of painting, right? It does take a little skill. You have to take a little time. All right, here's the struggles, dude. Here is the struggles. We're going to talk about this right here. So first off, to get up here, you have to clear the rock on the right to get up in there. And you can see I get caught up on it a couple of times. But the way that... Dadgummit. So, but the way you go through here we go. See right here, right there, that rock, you have to go past it to the left. But the problem is getting your rear end past it puts the rear end at a wrong angle and in the wrong spot of how I would want to hit that. I need my rear end to get out to the right is what it needs to happen to be able to hit that properly, because when you get up to the top, it's just the way that it hits, it just won't go up. It wants the rear end to turn underneath and whatever. It's just a wheelbase thing. It could be a little bit narrower or a little bit shorter or a little bit longer. Any of these things would change. Being wider will not help. Being narrower is what this obstacle requires. and then again being shorter would be helpful. So, or again, I've done it with the Prime. With the Prime, you can't do the direct pull-up. You have to go up farther, which is what I attempted in the first part of this video. But you see, the struggle is just freaking real now that the rain is coming down, dude. I was like, dude, we gotta get this. What a terrible video is the way I feel. You know, this is one of those things, like, in the past, when I've had days like this, when things like, you know, like this type of stuff really bothers me, by the way. Just being out of order because I get in such a hurry. You know, things just don't go the way that they should. I miss things and whatever. I can't start over again. I can't reshoot. The rig is beat up, right? You know, so also I don't have time, right? I got to get this done. I have things behind this, right, that I got to do, like getting on Etsy so I can make some freaking money. Right, you know, everybody can see these things, and we can put some more listings up and hopefully get some stuff sold. Speaking of, dude, Trixies are done. Those will be being listed, as well as everything else, as soon as I can get on Etsy. So that'll be coming this afternoon. So, to being Sunday, that is, if you watch this later in the week. So it should be ready to go. The Trixies, I am going to, for now, just because I don't have any tungsten, I don't have any money to order tungsten, I'm not going to sell them with tungsten. I'm only going to sell the Trixie wheels and hangers with screws only, and you're going to have to buy your own tungsten. That's going to help to keep the, you know, the one-time price, or the, you know, the Texoma price down. You know, but you're still gonna have to buy your own tungsten. I can provide, there's 2 links. You can buy 4 or 10, and also it's going to depend if you want to wait 2 days, at least if you have Amazon Prime, or more like 2 or 3 weeks. So you do get a better deal, but then you also have to buy, you know, they're 10 and you need 12, so you could buy twice as many, or you know, you just get them a couple days and spend a little bit more money. So anyways, I would definitely like to have those. Guys want them, and it's just I need more money to keep going, dude. We need to sell some freaking Slayers so I can turn stuff over and whatever, and invest back into the business. So the last couple weeks were good, you know, but they were much slower in comparison to the 2 weeks prior to that, you know, that led in, you know, we had incredible weeks. When we first said we were going out of business, everybody's like, oh my gosh, dude, we got to help Josh. We got to buy a Slayer if we're never going to get one again. And so I sold a ton in those first 2 weeks, dude. And, you know, and then it was a little bit less, and then a little bit less. So buy a Slayer and keep it rolling. Rip till you flip.